Pixar Elemental. Many years ago, two fire people named Bernie and Cinder moved to Element City for a better life. It was not easy. The elements who lived there, fire, water, earth, and air, did not always mix. Bernie and Cinder opened a shop in Fire Town where they displayed the blue flame, a symbol of their homeland and traditions. Soon they had a daughter named Amber. Amber developed a talent for sculpting sugar and glass and had a fiery personality. When her father retired, she would take over the shop, but she needed to control her temper first. Today was the shop's red dot sale. If Amber could calmly run the sale, she would prove to her father that she was ready. But soon after the doors opened and eager customers rushed in, Amber's temper flared. Amber dashed to the basement and exploded with anger. Her emotional eruption caused a pipe to burst. Water sprayed everywhere. Amber managed to plug the leak, but the basement was flooded. Suddenly, Wade, a water person and a city inspector, appeared from the water. He had been sucked into the basement through the gushing pipe. He surveyed the mess and burst into tears. There were so many code violations. He wrote up a bunch of tickets and left. The shop could be shut down. Amber had to stop Wade. Amber caught up to Wade at City Hall, but he had already sent the tickets to Fern in the processing department. Amber explained how important the shop was to her father. Wade agreed to help. They tried to convince Fern to tear up the tickets, but Amber's temper fled again, and whoosh! Fern's office went up in flames. The shop was doomed. Amber and Wade went to an airball game to find Wade's boss, Gail. They hoped she would forgive the tickets. Gail told them there was a leak somewhere in the city. If Wade and Amber could find the source and fix it, Gail would forget about the tickets. But if they failed, Bernie's shop would be shut down. While searching for the leak, Amber spotted Garden Central Station. She told Wade that her father had taken her there as a child to see the unique wisteria flowers, but they were denied entry because their fire was too dangerous. The buildings had flooded a few years later, so Amber had never gotten to see the flowers. Just then, Wade spotted a broken gate near a canal, the source of the leak. Amber and Wade temporarily blocked the gate with some sandbags, but those would not hold the water for long. At the beach, Amber and Wade filled more sandbags. While they worked, Amber worried about her father's shop. What if she failed? And what could Bernie think of her spending time with a water person? Wade noticed that the sand beneath Amber had melted and turned into glass. She picked up the glass and shaped it into a mysterious flower. Suddenly, Amber realized how they could fix the leak. Back at the gate, she melted the sand to create a glass dam. It sealed the doors. The next night, Amber visited Wade and his family. She impressed everyone by turning a broken glass pitcher into a work of art. Afterward, they played the crying game. Players tried to make their opponents cry using only words. During Wade's turn, he told Amber how much he cared about her. A tear drop rolled down Amber's cheek. Wade won. Just then Gale called the leak was fixed. The shop was saved. Before they left, Wade's mother encouraged Amber to be an intern for her friend's glass making company. How exciting! But what about her father's shop? Back at home, Bernie announced that he was finally retiring. Amber would run the shop. Her light dimmed. She could not disappoint her father. Amber had to say goodbye to her chance of becoming a glassmaker and goodbye to Wade too. But Wade had a surprise for her. He took her to the entrance of a flooded tunnel where Gale was waiting. Gale blew a huge bubble in the water and Amber jumped inside. Wade took Amber to see the wisteria flowers at the flooded garden central station. Amber's light made the flowers bloom. It was magical evening. But it was not enough to make Amber choose Wade over her family. They had sacrificed so much to leave their home and come to Element City. At the grand opening of Amber's fireplace, Bernie passed the blue flame to his daughter. Suddenly, Wade appeared and encouraged Amber to tell Bernie how she really felt about taking over the shop. Then Bernie discovered it was Amber who had burst the pipes. To make matter worse, Wade told Amber that he loved her. Amber was torn between what her heart wanted and her sense of duty to her family. She asked Wade to leave. Bernie took back to Blue Flame from Amber. He would no longer retire. Heartbroken, Amber drove away, glancing back at Element City in the distance. A glint of light there caught her attention. It was a piece of glass from her dam. It had broken, and a giant wave was rushing toward Fire Town. She raced home to warn everyone. The blue flame was in the shop. Amber jumped inside just as Wade arrived to help. Together they saved the precious heirloom. But the dangerous water flooded the shop, trapping Wade and Amber in a small room. Amber's heart made Wade boil, and he began to evaporate. I love you, Wade, Amber said. They hugged goodbye. Wade was gone. Amber's family dug through the debris and rescued her. She finally admitted that the shop was her father's dream, not hers. Bernie told Amber that the shop was never the dream. Amber was the dream. Suddenly, a single drop of water fell into a bucket. Amber remembered the crying game. She spoke all the words that had made Wade cry then. The water drops fell harder. Amber's parents joined in the game, and before long, Wade was back. He embraced Amber. Her light had never burnt brighter. Soon, Amber got an internship at the best glass design company in the world. She and Wade were leaving Element City for an exciting new life together. Amber waved goodbye to their families. She was finally following her own dreams and her heart.